my name is Kathy Collins. I'm the Director for Residence Education and Housing Services at Michigan State University, and I'm certainly honored to be part of this presentation about women in housing. I come to you today from East Lansing, Michigan, where I've worked for the last 4 years as the director. Prior to this, I worked at several institutions across the country, housing and other opportunities that I've had with progressively responsible positions. But I've not only worked in housing, I also worked in orientation, in conduct and athletics, in student activities, in student union, and other areas of student affairs. I've certainly had a passion for student affairs for over 25 years now, and I thank all of my mentors, I thank all of my supervisors for helping me get to the position and the opportunities that I've had today. I've attended different schools around the country. I did my bachelor's degree in political science, international relations at Juniata College in Pennsylvania. My master's degree is in counseling with an emphasis in student personnel administration from Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania. And my PhD is in higher education administration from Bowling Green State University. Some of the tips I'd like to share with people today in regards to certainly working in housing and in student affairs include the following. Mentoring. I know several of the other women who've participated in this series have talked about mentoring, and I don't think it can be talked about enough. And I know sometimes I've done an incredible job relying on my mentors, and then there's been other times when I've been absolutely horrible at it, where I should have reached out to my mentors more, and I thought I could get through something on my own, or I was embarrassed about a situation I'd gotten myself into, and I probably could have thrown out a life ring to one of my mentors, but I thought I could get myself through it. But having mentors and surrounding yourself with people who have been through similar situations, have gone down that path before you, not enough can be said about that. I also think the opportunity to mentor others. I would not be literally where I am today had others not helped me get to this position. And people who are watching this today, you know who you are. I had a supervisor my first year out of grad school literally look at me after navigating a situation, pull me aside and say, I don't know why you did what you just did, but I'm going to straighten you out and we're going to help you get through this because I think you've got potential. I now turn around and do that for others because people did that for me. And I've learned to be a pretty transparent supervisor, pretty honest and straightforward. I don't mince words. I like to try to tell people kind of straight up and where it's at. The other thing is, we have to be honest with ourselves about our mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make big ones. You're gonna make small ones. It's now about 9:30 in the morning. I've already made one today. You gotta be honest about that, and we have to be honest with our students about that. You're going to make errors, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do presentations with typos, you're going to send emails with typos, you're going to make up a mistake on your budget. You're going to make mistakes, and how do you become okay with that? And what do you do with that? There's a lot of research out today on resiliency, and how do you get stronger? And how do you face those opportunities? And I think even as women, it's particularly hard. And I know as a gay woman, the opportunities that I've had to sit in rooms, and I sit silent sometimes. And it's really hard because people are having these conversations around me, and I lose my voice. And it's a strong voice, but I'm afraid to speak out because I'm silenced. And I'm sitting in this room of men, oftentimes, and I don't know what to say, but I know exactly what to say. So I've got to find my voice. So I hear my mentors speaking to me, I hear my friends speaking to me, and all these other things. But oftentimes I'm afraid that I'm going to make that mistake. But I think sometimes we have to dare greatly, and we have to step into that space because we're good enough and we have the skills to be able to do that. One of the things that has gotten me through and gotten me to the place I am today is my passion. I have incredible passion. I love coming to work every day. I get to do this. I cannot believe I get to do this. And my passion has gotten me through so much. There's been days that have been hard to come to work, but I get to do this and I love coming to work every day. One of the things I've loved recently is Shonda Rhimes' book about saying yes. I've said yes to a lot of opportunities that have taken me literally around the world. I've worked in Saudi Arabia, I've worked in Botswana, I've been literally around the world. And I think saying yes to those opportunities has certainly been something I've enjoyed. One of the things I recently said yes to was the opportunity to interview for a Vice President for Student Affairs position. Many people dream of that, not everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Each of us has to define success for ourselves. But I know that in the next couple of months I will assume the responsibilities as the Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of Rhode Island. I am happy to be joining that team while I'm sad to be leaving Michigan State University. But this is a dream come true for me. This is something I've worked incredibly hard for. It's also something that others has helped me get to. The team at Michigan State University has worked incredibly hard along with me, and together we have achieved many dreams. So I think through hard work, through perseverance, and through really accomplishing dreams, you never know what you're capable of doing. The last thing I'd like to share is that it's easy sometimes to sit in a room and to be a critic. We all know individuals who will sit in those rooms and to be a critic. It's not always so easy to be the one in the arena who's working hard, to show our strength, to fail, to make mistakes, to face the critic who has never stepped into the arena. So dare greatly, dream big, and you'll never ever know what I think you'll be able to accomplish. A couple of years ago, I looked at the team at Michigan State University, having served as faculty at NHTI, and I challenged our staff to go and be able to host National Housing Training Institute. And we are so happy to have that opportunity coming forward with the University of South Florida this next year. But I thank every single one of you out there for all that you do every day for our students to help them be successful. And I look forward to hearing the future videos on women in student affairs and women in housing. So thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to seeing all of you at future conferences.